tonight on YouTube and on TikTok. I am Carol, the owner and creator of everything you find at CarolJo's.com. It is an online jewelry and accessory business for women. We do more than just doing the jewelry sales online. I usually don't use social media to sell the jewelry, but I do use the different social media platforms for doing chat times. It's where we just sit and we can talk and you can ask any questions you want about running a small business or about making jewelry. We also have bead sales. Those will usually be on Instagram or TikTok. We do have a bead sale tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on TikTok. You will also have it another sale on Saturday for charms, and that's on TikTok only, also 10 a.m. Central. I was going to say both of the sales or all the sales this week are all on TikTok. And the way I do it is I only can go live on one social media and do the sales. So that's why you'll only find me on one platform doing the live sales. And the only way you can buy beads right now is through the lives. I do not put them out on my website. Reason being, it's really hard to take pictures of beads. And I haven't mastered it yet, so therefore, we just do it during a live sale. So, all right. So tonight, that means we're having a tutorial night. And we are going to be making what I call, hi, Geraldine. I'm calling this our flower keychain. So you use different kinds of the silicone beads. Here we have 12 millimeter silicone beads. We have 8 of them. We also have a acrylic in the center here that is a 16 millimeter size bead. So there is that one. Here is another one with the 12 millimeter size silicones on the outside. And then we have a 15 millimeter glow in the dark in the center. We also have, I'm just showing you different examples of what we can do. This is some 15 millimeter beads, silicone, with a print silicone in the center. And then this last one I have as an idea is a 8 silicones that are 15 millimeters along with a 20 millimeter silicone, or not silicone, that's a rhinestone acrylic bead in the center. So you'll need different types of beads depending on what you're doing. Most of these all take a silicone, either 12 or 15 millimeters. You'll need the acrylic or a silicone bead for the center. And like if your bead is bigger in the center, you need 8 beads around it. Like this one, let me find one here, this one, where we've got the center bead is the same size as the outer beads, then you need 6 outer beads to go with that same size. You can use 15 millimeter or 12 millimeter size silicone beads. They even make 19 millimeter silicone beads. I just have not purchased them. Hi, Eduardo, how are you? Hi, Alex. And so you could even do the 19 millimeter size silicones. I just don't have any on hand to show you. You can do it like I've shown here, where you can do it with either the bead in the center being a silicone or a rhinestone. Okay, we're not going there, Levi. We're doing jewelry here. And then also, what else you will need is some sort of a keychain. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I use the swivel keychain here with a split ring on it. Thank you. So that is what I do for the keychain part of it.
Wow.
Yes, hold on. My Buttercup is asking me a question.
My Buttercup. So I was just doing my room, and I keep on hearing like knocks, like on my window, I think.
It's just probably an animal or something, honey. It's okay. Nobody's out there.
I was just wondering because I was like, is it open? Is he home or something?
No, he's not. It's nothing major, okay? You're all right down there, okay? And I'll be off in an hour, okay? You can come up here and sit. Hi, Joya. How are you? Sorry, had Buttercup question. We actually, in the 10 minutes before my live, we rearranged her room really quick. And I've been out of breath since then. So please just, if I'm like, it's because I was quickly rearranging a bedroom. I had to move her bed. So I am going to show you tonight different ways that we can do this. You don't have to have, like here we all have all solids. You don't have to have solids. You can do prints on there. Sometimes I've seen it where they'll do, like on here where we've got the 6. You can do every other one a print and every other one a solid, and then 15 millimeter acrylic in the center. Or, oh, we're making jewelry here. And so then, or you can take and make this all prints on the outside and a solid in the center. You can make it with whatever you want. Yeah, you sure can. What would you like for a screenshot here, Miss Rose? Do you want me just to do like this and then you can take a screenshot of what we're doing here? Does that work out for you? So I'm live on 2 different platforms. So I am trying to make sure that we're getting each questions answered. We were showing the, whoops, sorry. Whoop, I was showing this to someone over here on Instagram so they can make a post over on TikTok. So you can do any type of bead that you want there. Joya says, hello, Rose. And so that is what I want to show you tonight is how you can do different ones. Also, what you will need is for tools, I am going to use my split ring plier to put my split ring onto that swivel lobster clasp. I'm going to use a flat nose or chain nose pliers to help pull my needle through. We're going to need some scissors to cut our nylon cord. To string the beads the first time, we're going to use that loop turner here. And then we will then need a darting needle. And then I'm going to use a lighter. I do not have a butane torch, so we'll use that on the ends. And then we have knot grippers if you want to use those. Hello, I always forget how to pronounce it. Is it Tiara? And then for our cord, it's going good. I have black cord and I also have some white cord. So I have 2 different black and white. Because of the colors I chose, some are going to be in black and some are going to be in white. Thank you. My evening is going good. And my size of darting needle, I can't tell you, Joya, because there was 4 different ones in there. It's just this one, I'm going to hold it up. Oh, you're in Moscow. Okay. Thank you for tuning in there. This one allows you to get the 2 millimeter size cord in there. That's all I'm not good. And it was so funny because when I got them, I'm like, how do I know? And I've also wanted to purchase the darning needles, but I don't know how to tell their size. If anybody could help me do that, I will purchase some so that you guys can get them when we have the sale day of tools. Really, seriously would. So the first one, I picked out all of the colors and everything ahead of time. And we're going to make 4 of them here tonight so that you guys can see how to change the number in the circle of the flower and doing different sizes, doing different techniques and prints and all that. So the first one we're going to do, I found in that large acrylic scoop mix that we had up for sale, we have a Starbucks cup. I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't know what this is of Starbucks, if it's a Frappuccino or what it is. But we have this one. So this is my basis of what I'm going to do. What I did for my beads is I need 8 beads that are 15 millimeters, since this is a 20 millimeter bead. Oh, that is funny. And then I have 2 different colors. This is the bronze, and this green one was in my leftovers. So here we have the bronze color, and then we have green. I do not know what color this one is. Thank you. I got what you meant to say. And it just says darting needle on mine too, but it has 4 different sizes, so I didn't know what size it is. And then I went out to try to source them, and I need to know what size it is. And I'm like, what size is it? Oh, that is so funny. So yes, so I've got the green and the bronze, and we are going to put those around our little Starbucks drink. There we go. I'm gonna put that up close so you guys can see that. I just thought it was really cool, and I'm like, I've got to use that. I don't drink coffee, honestly. So with this one, I am going to use the black thread. This is the nylon cord that is 2 millimeters in the diameter. Hi, Lisa. And so I am going to cut off. I have a ruler here so that I can measure it. You guys do you if you need a ruler, or if you know how to like, do it and you know your size. I do 24 inches of the cord, the nylon cord, and then I cut that. So right now I have 24 inches of the nylon cord. She is doing good. We were just moving her bedroom tonight, so she is down there. Yep, so that's what I just do 24 inches. Then I'm going to put my beads on. My beads are going to be every other color will be the bronze and then the green. So we're just going to go and put all 8 beads onto our loop turner. Oh, see, and I don't like the smell of coffee, so I can't even put it near my nose. Whoops, do you see my mistake, everybody? I have 2 greens in a row. Let's flip those around. That's why I'm holding them up, is to look at them too. There we go. We're back on track, everybody. Okay, so now we have 8 15 millimeter silicones on there. We are going to take our cord, and do you see where there's this hook on the loop turner? Just hook that in there, turn this upside down, and then push the beads down. And if you notice, I just do it on the outside of the bead. Oh, you're okay. And sometimes it takes a little bit to get it on there. We got it on. So now I take my cord, bring this around so that it's about halfway in between. So you see how I'm even on this side? And I try to get those even on this side, down at the bottom. Just do a typical knot. Bring this really close together and get it really tight. So there, but I'm going to show you this way, one on each side. So you see how we're right in there and we're really tight? I am not the best at getting this the tightest. So to do it with the knot gripper, you put a knot, I got to go down a little bit further, on each end of your thread. To get it so that it won't slip through your knot gripper, I just wind the tail around twice and pull it towards the end so that I have a bigger knot. I'm going to do that on this end. And then bring that down and get it as close to the edge. So then what you do is, you see how there's a slit in the knot gripper? You just put your cord in there and wrap it around. I found that the knot gripper works better for me. Everybody is different. It might not work for you. So you just wrap that around and then you pull it. And it doesn't hurt my hands, and I actually get it tighter. So seriously, that's what I do. We're going to undo it. Each time you do this, you have to undo it. That's the stinky part about this. Tie a second knot. Get it down in there. And what I mean by is you want to get it down in between the 2 beads, pull it, and then put your knot gripper on again. And we're going to pull that tight again. There we go. And we're going to pull. Yep. So, and we talked about this earlier today when we were having our chat time, Rose, that I'm going to see if I can get one of the kids to make those for me so we can sell them, because I have not been able to find them. at a cost that makes it advantageous. It's no guarantee that the kid's going to say yes. What I did down is I just cut my knots off. These, the knot grippers. So all it is like this one has a smooth edge here. I don't really need the smooth edge, but I'm going to see if we can find round dowels that are larger. Just cut them into, and then you cut a little thing in here and you just sand it down. You don't put any anything on it. It's just sanded. And if we can get them sanded down to this, I'll see if we can get it. There's no guarantees. So there we go. And if we look at this, our knot is still a little bit showing there. But what happens is we're going to put our needle into the end of our cord. Okay, now this cord doesn't want to go in there. You can also use your loop turner. To do the loop turner, to do this part, you go the opposite way that you want to pull this in. I don't know why the black, I did it on white earlier and it worked with the white. There we go. So then we're just going to pull. You see where my knot is? I went one bead over and got that through. And I'm going to pull that. And when you pull that, your knot is going to go in that bead. See, he's inside the bead now. And we're really tight. Then bring this black piece of nylon cord down and pull it. And do you see how? And you want to pull it tight. Because see, I pulled that down in there and you see how he's down there now? But you don't see the cord. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here because you will see it here. Where I did this one, I have the white showing. You don't really want the white showing. You want everything really pulled together so you don't see that. Now we're going to take and thread our bead. We're going to get that hole onto this cord. And you can't use the needle. You just got to wiggle him in there and see if he gets in there. What I've also found is sometimes if you, and I can do this here because we are not on TikTok, singe this down. I use this to push it. Yeah, how are you doing? And then see how I got that? Whoops, it went through. Let me try it again. But you see how you made it flat and it's not going to be fraying? It will go through your center bead a lot easier. So that's my tip I'm going to tell you about. Then we're going to get this bead in the center and have that so that you see it that way. And if you notice, the string is going right there. Oh, cool. I'm happy for you. So then if you see, I'm going to keep pulling this so that you don't see the black cord as much in between there. I forgot to look that up the other night. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go through this bead right here with my loop turner. Grab a hold of this one. Bring it. I got to get it on the loop turner and he didn't want to stay. There we go. And then bring this through this way and pull it tight again. And we're going to do the same thing with this green one. And pull it tight. We're going to pull it through and then pull it tight. Whoops, I pulled it through without the cord. Okay. That's why I like the darning needle better at this stage, is because it will stay in your needle. But this is not wanting to go through the needle really quick, and I'm not going to frustrate myself because we're going to have fun here. We just got to get this one through this last bead on this side. There we go. There we go. And he's tight, so he's going to be hard to pull through. There we go. We got it through. Taking off the darning needle. There we go. Now, do you see where there's a hole right here? We are going to bring this cord through that hole. And do you see how you have a little loop up here? Bring your tail through the loop, like such. See how we've got that around and you're creating a knot? This time I actually do use this to pull this tight. And this is my pliers, and you pull it. And it will hide the knot after a while if you pull enough. Whoops, I moved my pliers. There we go. I've almost got it all the way in there, and I will shove it in there after we get this cut off. You'll take your scissors, get really close in there, but not to your knot, and cut this off. There we go. I did not get that short enough. Do you see how much of a tail I have? I don't want that much of a tail, so I got to cut some more off. And sometimes I feel like I'm giving it a haircut because it frizzes out a little bit. But you're going to get rid of that here in just a second. All right. Then you take your lighter or your butane torch that you have, get in there, and then singe that out. You can take your needle or your pliers and you can push that into the center of your bead. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the end and I'm pushing in. I'm wondering, I've never tried that. That's a good idea. We'll try it on the other side, Miss Joya. Joya over on YouTube suggested using the flush cutters to get in there with it. Let me try that. See, there it is. Now, this side. Before we can do anything on that side, we are going to take, and the way these come, the split ring is separate from the swivel lobster clasp. So you're going to use your split ring tool, and I cannot find my one that I sell. I think it's downstairs. Open that up and then put on that swivel part, put that on there, and then just spin it around. And that puts your split ring tool onto whatever you want it to be on without hurting your nails. All right. I'm going to grab my flush cutters. I moved my tools. Where did I move them to? Oh, right back here. I have a whole bunch. Look, that's the crimp pliers. Here's flush cutters. And guess what we're going to bring to Friday night sale, everybody, on TikTok? We're bringing the flush cutters. I found them. So I have a pair that's going to be set aside for Callie Girl and a pair for Lori, and I have 18 other flush cutters available. We are not on the ring. I want to put it, I'm going to show you here on the ones that are done. If you notice, I use the swivel part in there. So that is where, and then we just put it in that loop there. So find the swivel part, which is this D-ring part right there. We're going to take our thread and thread that through. And then I'm going to go through the green one with my tool here. And I dropped it off of there. So let me get that back on there. Okay, let me grab a hold of that end. And then we're going to pull it. I have a question to ask you guys. Do you guys want me to point it down on the next one, or is this okay? Let me know if you want me to move it down. I just can't see comments as well when it's down. And do you see how we've gotten in there? You got a loop, but this can still move and it's not tight in there. So we do that. We're going to do this one more time. Now we're going to go through this bronze one this way. put our loop turner in there, get our cord on that loop turner and pull it through and make sure it doesn't fall off like it just did. We're going to do one with the needle next because we're going to do white next. And I know that the white cord goes on that needle that I've selected. And we're going to pull that tight. You see how that's tight? So that is how it will look. Now we're going to pull this. Once again, do you see that hole right in between these two beads? We are going to stick our cord through that. It will come up on the back side. Put this through that center. Grab a hold of it with our pliers. And then pull this really tight. He does not want to go in his hole as well as the other one. Well, we'll get him later. I'm going to use the flush cutters like Joya suggested. So I'm going to get in here. Right there. Oh, that worked a lot better, Joya. See, I got my knot a little bit. We're going to singe it and then we're going to shove it in there. That works a lot better to cut that with your flush cutters than a scissors. Thank you, Joya, for the idea. I appreciate it. That's what we're all here for, is to work off of each other. I'm going to grab this and shove this back in this hole. There. He's not as going in as easy as the other one did. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're going to keep working on that. We're not perfect, but we're getting there. So I'm going to move that so you can see. So that is our flower keychain using a Starbucks acrylic bead. Yay! It doesn't look like a flower with this way, but I like it. I think it's kind of cool. I have black fuzzy all over me. I am going to use the white thread next on the next one. The next one I'm going to use a print 15 millimeter in the center that is a football. And then my high school colors were orange and black. So I'm using orange and black with the football. So we're doing the same where we did every other bead a color around instead of the solids so that you guys can see what the differences are. So once again, we're going to get our loop turner. Hold it. Before we get to our loop turner, I am going to cut off a piece of 24-inch cord because I need that. So we'll cut that off. All right, got my cord. This time I'm using white. No, I don't want white for this one. I want black for this one because of the black beads. Let me get the black again. So next time I will show you on the white how you use the darning needle. Okay, 24-inch black. Sorry, someone is texting me really quick that I need to reply back. So hold on just a second. I normally don't do this very often. There we go. I don't have it right here by me. I've had brown. So there we go with our black. So now we're going to take our loop turner. Loop turner. I'm going to put you down so you guys can see my table. I have all the beads out and stuff, so my table looks a mess. I told you it's a mess, okay? Nope, it wasn't my dad. It was my mother-in-law. All right, loop turner. We're going to go orange, black, orange, black, orange, black. Okay, now you notice this one I only have 6 beads on it. And that's because our print bead that we're going to have in the center is a 15 millimeter size bead. 15 millimeter centers, you do 6 15 millimeters around it. If you have here where we have the 20 millimeter centers, you do 8 beads around the outside. I hope that all makes sense. So it depends on your center bead. So we're going to take those 6 beads, turn it upside down, and push this on. There we go. Get that to the center again. See how that's in the center of my cord. Wrap this around. Bring it together really tight. I'm going to put my ends on. I double it in there. I just doubled it in, and then I pull it down to the edge. This side is the same way. We 1, 2, pull it down, and then just pull it down to the end, and you have the knot at the end. Wrap it around. Take your other side, put it in here. Wrap it around. And then just pull this tight. And you see how tight we are? We're getting close here. It's almost, there we go. We got that bead, that knot is almost in the center. When we start working on it, it will be in the center. I want to make sure, yep, I will be able to get this bead in there. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to take these off. And we are once again going to tie another knot, tie that tighter. And then, like I said, I use these knot grippers. It helps me out. Some people can do it with their hands. I just don't have the power to make it really strong. Buttercup told me, no, I have not yet. Now you're going to jinx me. Joya said, have you pulled it so tight that it broke? She's going to jinx me now. There we go. Buttercup told me tonight that I don't have any muscles. Okay, come on out there. I got it down in there so far, it won't come out now. I'm going to cut this off so that we can get it off. That's funny now. That's how you jinxed me here tonight. Because it went around each other. Come on out. Come on out. There we go. Got it. Woo! Now I'm done with the loop turners, or the knot grippers. Once again, cutting this one off. There we go. We are going to go 1 bead over. So I'm going to go through the black. I just stuck myself. Get that in there. And then pull this through. And when you see the thread or the cord, you will see that it will naturally go one way or another. See, there it is. It's hidden already. That knot hid itself. Now we're going to go down between the orange and the black at a 90 degrees. Go down. I'm going to grab the pliers and help me pull it down because he's not wanting to go down. There we go. And then we're going to put, because this is a silicone, I can use my loop turner in the middle and get that one on that piece of thread or cord. And we're going to get that bead in there with laces out. And all I can think of when I hear laces out is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. So we put that one in there. Except for he's going cockeyed. I got to have him go this way. There we go. There we go. Laces out. And then we are going to go through this black here. So we can get that all stitched in there. Pull that tight. You see how that's in there? Now there is a very small hole. Do you see that small hole right there? I am going to send this piece through there. And sometimes, just like the other bead, it helps if you would just singe the ends to get it together to go through there. Go through, dude. I'm going to use my loop turner to try to get it to go through. Because he's not wanting to go through very well. I've never had one. There we go. We got it. Use your tools. Then see how we have that loop here? I want that to be in the bead. There we go. Get it so it's straight and then put that through. Grab your pliers and pull that really tight. Yep, the movie with laces out. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Okay. Grab this. I wonder if I got this tight enough yet. Let me see. Trying to get that knot smaller. Okay. Cut that with the flush. I love the flush cutter idea there. We're going to burn that. I'm going to put that in there. Okay. He doesn't want to go that way. We're going to try and see if we can get him to go this way. Go back in there. I don't want a big old knot right there. I'm just pushing this in there. Does anybody have... I did all of my other ones with the white cord, and the white cord is easier. There we go. He's in there a little bit better. Now, do you guys see where my laces are at on here? I want this to be where my loop is at for my ring. So I'm going to take my loop turner and go through the orange. Nope. Go through the black. Yep, the black. Because I want that to be in a specific spot. Well, that didn't work. Ugh. Give me back my loop turner. Because that's where I put my other knot. My new knots are right there. And I want to be right here or right here. You guys can't see why I'm saying that. I want to be right here or right here for where I put my thing at. So I got to figure out how I can get... Got that through. Let's see if we can get my cord through. Whew, I couldn't get it through before. Got it through. He's going to be really tight. That is, nope, it's not. It's Ace Ventura Pet Detective is the movie. Oh, I just got it to hide that knot. Woohoo! When I pulled that through. So that's where I want to put this on. And I can't remember the name of the person that... It's Roy Finkel is what his real name was, but I can't remember what the new name was when he went to female. I'm going to do that. We are going to go through this orange bead because we do not have a knot on this side. We are going to pull this through. I only know it because my husband made me watch it a bazillion times. There we go. We got that tight, but it's still wiggly. And that's what I want, is I want it to be wiggly but tight. Now I'm going to use my loop turner to get this to go through because he wasn't going through easily. So we're going to take the easy way out and make this easier on us. Bring that through that hole. Put our lace or our cord through there and then pull and pull this really tight. There. Cut this off and then we're going to singe it and put that in. See if we can, which way it wants to go. I'll try with the loop turner, see if that makes it. It does not want to go in either side. So we're going to have a little bit of a knot showing, which I don't like, but that's what it'll look like. See my knot? I got to figure out how to get the knot different. Not this type of flower, but we've done this style. So that one is the football one. And I'm going to work on getting this hidden. See what we can do to do that. Okay. Now we're going to use our 12 millimeter ones. So what I did is I picked out this green glitter, like a yellow green, as the acrylic. And then I have the swirly pink and purple beads. I'm missing one of my swirly beads. He went over there. So what we're going to do is you will line every other one. So it goes pink, purple, for all 8 beads. So it's going to be like this one, only not a solid. Let's make sure I did this right. Yep. We already had our piece of cord cut off because I cut it off earlier when I went to do my last one, and I was like, darn it, that was the wrong color. All right, push those down. Put them to the center. Like that. Tie the knot. Do the ends. Wrap, wrap, and towards the end. Same thing on this side. Wrap around, towards this side. And we're going to do that. We're going to do this one. Hey, he went in the hole already, but we want to do it double. So we got to take off our grippers, tie that one more time in that knot in between those beads, pull that one tight. And I have not had the 1.5 millimeter cord in a while. It has been out of stock. It is back in stock with my supplier, and so I am ordering it, and it'll be here in a little while. All right, so that is, our knot is inside of there. I'm going to make sure I can get this bead in there, and I can. So he'll be like that. Ooh, that's cute. I'm going to cut off our ends, the knots on the ends. There we go. Then I am going to grab my darning needle, put this on there. See, that one went on. I told you the white went on very easily. He's going to go through the purple. But then to pull this through, you do need the pliers to pull the needle through. Get that tight. We will get this bead, whoops, 90 degrees down. Let's pull this through just a little bit so he's 90 degrees down in the center there. There we go. We will put this bead on. I will have to do this. See if we can get it to go through easier. There we go. There it goes. Get that in there. And then you see I got my cord. I want to hide it right where it wants to lay there. So we're going to hide that in there. See, you'll see a little bit there, but not a lot. Okay, put this back on the darning needle. I'm going to go through the purple and then come up because we have 8 beads, so I'm going to go through 2 of them. So there's 1. And there's 2. Pull that one. Pull that in there. And you see there's that little hole right here between these 2 pink beads right there. That's where I want my thread to go through. He's not going through the easiest, so I grab my darning needle and I put this back on there. And we're going to put this through there and bring up that tail on this side. Take the darning needle off. Pull that up in there. Put the cord through there and then use your pliers to pull it tight. And he almost went in the hole. We're going to cut this off. Singe it. And then we're going to put that in the hole. There we go. Now we're on the opposite end here. We are going to put our split ring on our swivel lobster clasp. Bring that around. In the swivel part, we're going to put that in there. We're going to put our darning needle on the end. Hi, Rainbow. How are you doing? And we are going to go through the pink bead. Grab our pliers and pull that through. Now we're going to go through the purple bead. Pull that through. Use that still on there so I can use my needle to pull that through to create my little loop here on the top. Put the needle through, take the needle off, grab your pliers, and pull that really, really tight. Cut that off. Singe it a little bit. Stick that into our bead. Haha, he went in there. Whew, there it is. Oh boy. We just have that one little, there we go. We got rid of that white line. There we go. Yay! I love this one. I don't know about the rest of you. It was really, really, really windy here. Buttercup and I went for a walk, and my hair was blowing so much, it is going to be a total mess. That one, I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. Like, this one was my other one too. I just love it. All right. Once again, 24 inches. There, we got that. Now this time I'm using a 15 millimeter. This in the middle here, this bead is a glitter acrylic bead. Do you see how it has like the glitter in there? It's an acrylic bead that has like that glitter look to it. This time we're going to use a printed 15 millimeter silicone. You can use either 1.5 or 2.0. Either one will work. Now this time, what I did for beads for my 12 millimeters around it is that I used different colors. So I'm going to create a pattern with these 4 colors. So I have pink, blue, purple, and yellow, and they are colors that are in this print. So I'm going to do pink. I think I'm going to do blue, yellow, purple. So there's those 4. And then I'm going to create that same combination again. So pink, blue, yellow, purple. So there is our beads. We're going to put them on the cord, that 24-inch cord. Put it down towards the middle. Tie the knot. You want to get that really tight. And once again, we are going to put a knot on the end where you loop that through twice to create a big enough knot. If you only do, oh yeah, that is Easter colors. If you only do one knot or one loop through on each end, with the size of how this knot gripper is, the knot won't stay as easy and it will slip. So that's why I do 2. That's what this one is. You got that right there, Rainbow, for this example. You can do different ones, and I'll show those here at the end, okay? So then we're going to pull that tight, and our knot is down in there. That's what we want. Now we're going to undo these, and we're going to tie that again. We're going to pull that a little tight, and then we're going to put our knot grippers on and pull it even tighter. There we go. Grab our 2 knot grippers and pull. There we go. I could hear it popping in there. There's a noise that it makes when you know it's popping in there. So he went in, you can tell you already went into that purple one. We are going to cut off those knots on either end, on both ends, not either, it's both. Come on, cut. There we go. Put our darning needle on. There we go. And I am going to go through the pink bead, come through, grab my pliers and pull it through. You heard it too? Then we're going to do our 90-degree angle. Sometimes you have to use your pliers to get that 90 degree to be down in there. So he's 90 degrees there. Take your silicone bead. Because it's the silicone bead, we can thread it with the darning needle. The acrylics you cannot do that with. All right. And it's because their hole isn't big enough for two. You'd have to have like a 4mm size. The silicone beads, they just move that hole. So there it is in the center. And we're going to go through the pink bead, because that's where it wanted to come through, is the blue and the pink on this side. We're going to go through the pink bead. If I can find the hole for it. There it is. Pull that through. Same thing with the purple. We're going to pull that through the purple. And then here, we're going to go through that little hole that's down between the purple and the yellow to create our loop on the top. Put our needle through that. I need to get the darning needle off. Grab my pliers. But what you don't want to do, I'm going to show you here. You see how that's going over to the yellow? We want to make sure he stays between the purple and the yellow, but not the blue and the yellow. So you got to get him, make sure he's in the right spot so you don't have him going all over Timbuktu. And then pull that really tight. There we go. Cut it off. And then cinch that in. There. Owie, I just burnt my finger with that. Owie.
Hey.
Hi, you.
Almost done.
Yes.
Almost longer.
Give me 10 minutes.
Can I paint?
Not right this second.
In the 10 minutes, after the 10 minutes?
We'll see. All right. Now we're going to, on the other end, we're going to put the darning needle back on that one. We are going to grab our split ring, open it up, grab our swivel, put that on that split ring, spin it around, put the swivel part, bring the needle through the swivel part, and we are going to go through the purple bead towards the yellow. Pull this through. And make sure that this has enough room to wiggle. Yep, it does. Not too much room, but enough. Go through the yellow. Come out. Don't come off my needle just yet, dude. Dudette. Okay. There we go. Go through here, the hole here. Make sure you stay between the yellow and the blue. And then pull this and take that off, and then grab the pliers and pull it tight. Okay, I want to cut that off. All right.
What if I put my finger on this?
Would you wait just a minute?
I'm getting my paints.
And then hide that bead, or the knot in the bead. There we go. We just got to get him in there a little bit.
Oh no.
Just a minute, Bri. Buttercup. I didn't say your full name. There we go. And there is that one.
See all these brown dots on here?
Yeah.
That's my blood.
Oh. So that one is that. So I'm going to go up so you guys can see these and I can read comments a little bit better.
Do you use this?
Honey, just a minute, please.
Sorry.
Okay, so here we have just two colors around that 15mm, whereas this one we have the 4 and that print. You could make this solid if you wanted to too. She actually does not have school tomorrow, so she is ready to like stay up all night party mode.
No, I'm not.
I think you are. So those two are the same, but in different beads. This one is actually a glow in the dark bead that I had in my personal collection. Then we did, these two are the 12 millimeter size beads with the acrylic in the center, where we have a solid on this one, and then this one we made every other color. Here we have a print in the center, and then solid around the red, white, and blue bead. And this one we have the two colors around the football bead. So you can see it's the football there. And then this one was 15 millimeters. I'm going to try to find some glow in the dark ones to bring sometime in the future. And then here is 15 millimeter size beads with an acrylic that is 20 in the center. There we go. I'm trying to make it so you both can see. So there is our little Starbucks cup.
Sorry.
Oh, and then this is the acrylic.
You can say Starbucks.
Yes, because I am not on TikTok.
What do you want?
I am on YouTube and Instagram. So those are the ones that we made today using different beads, different size beads, different patterns. And that's how you can make them your own. Like you really truly in this one and this one to me, you see that flower look. Some of them you don't, like this one, you do not see the flower look, but it is that same thing, same pattern. Here, I do not see the flower because you have that football. I don't know why, but this one I see flower. So it all depends on the bead if you actually see the flower. See here, I don't see the flower, but I think it's dang on cool. So that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight, is different ways you can put the beads together and how it can look so much different using the same pattern, but just different types of beads, meaning pattern beads versus solid beads versus two colors versus one color. You know, here we had 4 colors. You can do all kinds of things and make it your own. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial that we had tonight. It isn't that easy. I mean, we made 4 and explained how to do it. We made 4 different keychains in less than an hour. I thought that was pretty good. I don't know about the rest of you, but I hope you enjoyed this one. We will. I'm going to see if I can get her talked into just hanging out for a little bit, because I do have to get up and do stuff tomorrow morning. She's sleeping in. I am not. So that is what I wanted to show you tonight. The one thing with the silicone beads is that all of the solids, different shaped solids, we will be spending time over the next month going and bringing those back into round 2. We're going to do like 1 or 2 hours a week of different colors and showing those. It will be posted out on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook, my schedule, so that you guys can see what times that we will be doing the silicone beads. The one thing that I was going to ask, and I don't know that I didn't ask when we were doing chat times, do you guys want me to bring the acrylic scoops back? Because these 2 center beads were from the medium size scoops. These 2 center ones are from the large size scoops. And we also have the black and white scoop. That's the large size bead. Oh, cool. That is so neat. I love it, Joya. So I just need to know, do you guys want me to bring that back so that if you didn't get scoops that you can, so that you can do that? Just let me know. Otherwise, my plan is that we will go through the solids and then we will go back through the prints and then some focals. And I got in some new focals. I have that black cord was frizzing on me. I have some new focals. I'm going to bring some of the focals in on Friday nights that are new. I'm going to be bringing some of them that are new when we do the Easter show next week. I have some Easter focals that I got in today, and so I will be bringing those to that show. I will also bring back the Easter prints into that show too, so that you guys, it'll be all Easter themed items on, like, I'm thinking maybe Monday night. Tuesday night I have my board of directors meeting, and so it may go long. So I might make Tuesday night a chat night where we start a little bit later. Just depends on what time I get out of there. So I will post the schedule of how we're going to do everything for next week here on Sunday. I'm almost done with the schedule, if you guys can believe that. So that is what we have for tonight. Tomorrow we will be live only at 7 p.m. for the bead sale. I won't be live during the day. Buttercup and I have some plans. She's looking at me like, what? I can't believe she forgot it already. Tomorrow. Oh, she remembered now. And then Saturday, we'll be live at 10 a.m. Central with the charm sales. I hope you all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
On Monday.